Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Mario Pedro Gould. You're now tuned into the Alpha Success Network. And on this auspicious evening, I want to have a very powerful conversation about what it actually takes to achieve our unique financial goals, our unique financial objectives. I have been having a very interesting day today, in that I have been thinking very deeply about my goals, the direction that I'm heading to in my life. And specifically, today I was focusing on my financial goals. And I was feeling a lot of ambition. I was feeling a lot of ambition for the achievement of the dreams that I'm holding in my consciousness. Do you ever feel that way? Do you ever feel like you have a burning desire to manifest and realize the dreams that you have in your life? And here's the interesting thing. You may have the desire, you may have the dream, you may have the vision, but you may find that it's proving to be just a tad bit difficult to bridge that gap from where you are right now to the realization of your goal, your vision, and your dreams. So, what is it that exists in this gap? What is it that you should probably do to realize that vision? That is what I was thinking about today. And when I was at the gym, I had a very interesting moment when I was in the sauna just relaxing, and I just said and made a very strong decision to achieve a very high level of success in one of my specific businesses that has been quite a challenge for me, and I want to break through the challenge that I'm experiencing in that specific business. And I say to myself, hey, you know what? I'm going to come home and I'm going to actually sit down and decide to achieve a level of success in that specific business. And this psychology of deciding to be something is the first step that propels you to a life of greatness. I've made a lot of decisions in my life over the past week where I have said, I am deciding to be this. I am deciding to be rich. You may want to be rich. You may want to be rich, but have you decided to be rich? Okay? We're just talking about money in this video, but you can take the same philosophy and apply it in different arenas, whether it's fitness, whether it's relationships. You have to make a decision to be that which you desire. So today I'm sitting in the sauna and I just made a decision. I said, you know what? I have decided to be successful in this specific business that I have a strong desire to build. So I actually came home and I asked myself, what is it that I actually really need to do to break through in this business? I have been successful in other businesses, very successful in other businesses, but this one is causing me some difficulties. So I say that I want to take the philosophies that I have applied in my other businesses and use them in this business and see what's going to come out of it. And I'd like to share with you the step-by-step process that I'm going through, and which I do believe is going to be great. It's going to be great in the next 37 days. I'm giving myself 37 days to make some quick changes in the direction of my business. So I sat down in my office. And I did three things. Number one, I set a goal. I set a goal that was very clear. This is the goal. This is the financial goal that I would like to achieve in this specific business in the next 37 days. Okay? So look at some of the challenges that you're faced with in terms of achieving your financial objectives, and ask yourself a very honest question. Have you set a specific goal and put it down on paper? Not in your mind. We all have this, for lack of a better term, this disease of holding our vision, our thoughts in our minds. And when they're in your mind, you really cannot do much with them. I always keep them in my mind, but I find that my efforts are not as effective as when I actually put them down on paper. right? So now I'm forcing myself more and more and more to actually articulate to myself what my goals are. So I put down the specific financial goal that I'd like to achieve, that I will attempt to achieve in the next 37 days. So my invitation to you is to put down your own financial objective that you want to achieve in a certain amount of period of time that reflects where you are in your life, okay? So once I put down the goal that I want to achieve, I went to the next step and asked myself, what is it that actually has to happen for that financial objective to be attained? Okay? What distribution channels do I need to establish and grow to set the foundation for achieving that financial goal? So when you find out what your own financial goal is, just ask yourself, what is it that you're going to have to do in your own specific scenario to achieve that goal? Actually, scratch that. Not what is it that you're going to have to do, but what is it that is going to have to happen for that goal to be achieved? So you have an overarching goal, a big goal, and then some smaller goals will have to be achieved in order for you to achieve your main financial objective. And here is where the rubber meets the road, ladies and gentlemen. The next step, step 3. So first step is set your financial goal. The second step is ask yourself, what is going to have to happen for that main goal to be achieved? And then the third step is when you actually sit down and create a strategy, a plan of action that which when executed day in, day out, will give you a very, very good chance to move you closer to your goal. You cannot leave this to chance. So whatever business that you're in, to achieve your financial goals, you may need to do some specific networking. Okay, so I wrote down I'm going to have to do some certain type of networking, and I'm going to be networking in this specific environments. Okay? Maybe you're going to be involved in reaching out to other people, cold calling other people, making connections with other people, specifically asking them to do business with you. What is the strategy that you're using? In this day and age, we have beautiful, beautiful social media tools. So maybe you may be using attraction marketing to attract people to your brand, to your company's brand, and to interact with your company. Right? So for example, I'm making a video right now. If it resonates with you, you may be attracted to my brand, to what I represent. And that opens the window for communication, for business communication, right? So what is your specific strategy that you're employing to achieve the goal? Okay? Finally, the last step is usually the step that holds a lot of people back, and that is the step of execution. The step of execution, okay? So once you create your goal, once you find out what's gonna have to happen for the achievement of that goal, once you set a strategy, then you just get into your car and drive. Like you take action, you start making moves, you start networking, you start cold calling, you start making connections with other people, right? I do believe that if you follow this first few steps that I gave you of setting a goal, finding out what needs to happen, setting a strategy, it makes it easier for you to execute because you have a plan. And once you begin executing, then you just observe the results of your execution and continue to course correct yourself until you achieve your goal. So I hope this works for you. This is a strategy that I'm employing, and I do believe it's going to work for me very, very well. And one more aspect to this that I want to add on to conclude the conversation is that once you do this process, you really want to practice. It doesn't matter what your religion is, you know what I'm saying? You really want to practice and give your ideas, your thoughts, your plan, your execution, a high level of faith. Okay? So if you're religious, you can have a faith in God. If you're not religious, you can have a faith in yourself or just have a faith in your destiny. But you gotta believe. You gotta believe that what is destined for you is going to happen. So I have set up my plan. I'm gonna go out and take action, and I believe. You know what I'm saying? I believe that on the other side of this is my nirvana. So do you believe? Are you exercising a heavy dose of faith? Okay? So there you go, my dear friends. These are my ideas. I hope they help you in one way or another to achieve your financial goals, because I do believe, contrary to what other people say, I do believe that your ability to manifest a high level of financial success is a strong determinant of you living a happy life, because financial success brings with it a huge amount of freedom. There you go, my dear friends. Have yourself a phenomenal next few days, and don't give up on your dreams.